We start to take a walk towards our knees now. Keeping the big toes together, we're going to send the right hand back and then push up and just send your hips slightly to the right. So you're turning to the right as well. Stretching long with that left arm. As you exhale, you drop back down. We take that slight twist to the left. We look towards our left hand and we push up into our hips towards the left. Coming back down. This time send both hands behind, sit back on the hands, squeeze the shoulders, draw the knees a little closer now. Push up into those hips, stretching into the arms, top of the thighs. And then slowly drop back down. Roll onto your hands, send the knees in line so you're in your table position. We're going to stretch along with the left leg and the right arm, so like you're trying to reach something in front. Push your heel away, toes pointing down. And then start to draw that elbow towards the knee. So you crunch it in, and then you send both arm and leg long. So crunch in as you inhale, and then as you exhale, send that leg long. Let's do that one more time, drawing in, sending both long. Drop that right hand down. Ready to send that left arm, right leg long. Point the toes down, push your heel away for a moment. Everything is long. And then drawing knee to elbow, tucking in that chin, sending the body long. And again, inhale. Exhale, reach. Let's do one more. Reaching long, arm and leg. Dropping back down, hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Let's tuck the toes, head back into down dog, pushing back. And a spider crawling across my mat. Pushing back into down dog. And then dropping the hips down into your up dog. And exhaling back into your down dog. Let's do that one more time. Drop those hips down. Exhale back. Take a slow walk to the top of your mat. Once there, keep a little bit of distance in the feet. Let the body hang over both legs. Send your left hand over towards your right ankle and then take that twist, opening the right arm. You can keep that slight bend in the knees. And then drop back down, right hand, left ankle. Let's open with that left arm. And drop back down. We're going to take a slow roll up, like we're pushing our spine to the ceiling, all of the way up. Let's inhale, reach the arms. And then exhale to our heart. So grab your yoga belt if you have it to hand. I'm going to hold it in both hands. A little bit of distance, so kind of shoulder width apart. And the same for the feet. We're going to inhale, bring the arms up, stretching up to the ceiling, and then take them back behind you. Really pull all those arms back so you get that opening all down the front of the body, front of the arms, the chest. Bring the hands back to center. Bend that right elbow in, and as you bend that right elbow in, take a twist towards your right. You can use your right hand to help pull you round to the right side. That left arm is alongside your ear. Coming back up, stretch up, and then bend that left elbow in. We're going to turn towards our left side. That strap is pulling us round as far as feels comfortable. Come back to center, reach it up. Send those arms back maybe a little further this time. So make sure we're not pushing back into the hips. The hips stay where they are. We just take those arms back. Maybe a bit wider now on our belt. Holding for 2 more breaths. And 1 more breath. And then as you exhale, just fold back over the legs. Drop your belt. Send the spine long, pushing the spine up to the ceiling. Plant the hands down. You might need to bend your knees to reach your hands down. Step your right leg back. We're going to bring both hands inside edge of that left foot. We can stay on our hands, just shifting forward and back. So you're pointing your toes into your mat and then you're pushing back into that heel. You can always bring your hands to a block if you need to. That right leg is lovely and long as we push forward and back. We're going to keep our right hand down and just bring your left hand to the inner edge, left knee, and push into it. So you're sending that knee outwards. Stretching the groin, that left hip, the inner leg. Frame that left foot. We're going to step it back to our plank pose and hold. We're bending the knees and sitting back to the heels here. And then as you exhale, you come forwards. So send the body back like you're trying to sit back towards the heels. Should be quite challenging. And then come forwards. Let's do one more. Stretching those arms long. Coming forwards and then lowering down to your yoga mat. A gentle roll into your cobra. And we're going to exhale back into our child's pose. We then come up into our down dog. We're going to take that slow walk to the top of our mat. Feet a little bit apart. Left hand on the right ankle, open with that right arm. Twisting through the body. Reverse that twist, heading over to your left ankle. Left arm is lovely and long. And then folding over the legs. Ready for a long spine. Planting the hands down. We're going to step back that left leg. Remember, both hands are inside edge of that right foot. Left leg is long. We shift forward and back. Finding our long breath. Rolling onto the toes like you're massaging the toes and pushing back into that heel. This time our left hand's going to stay down. We're going to push into that inner leg, that right knee. Open it up. You should feel that all the way down into that glute. And then framing that right foot with our plank pose. Make sure your hands are under your shoulders as you step it back into plank. Getting ready to sit back towards our heels. And then exhale, long spine. Let's sit back again. And release, long spine. Let's do one more. Sit back to those heels, long arms. And into that plank pose. Let's slowly lower down to our mat. Roll into our cobra. And exhale, down dog. Take that pedal, that walk, whatever you need here. Soften the jaw, the tongue, the face. Letting go of any tightness, any tension. Last slow walk to the top of our mat. This time let's bring our feet together and fold over the legs. Inhale, rise all of the way up. Exhale, heart. Inhale, let's reach up. Exhale, fold. Long spine when you're ready. Stepping back right and left into that plank. Let's lower down to our mat. Roll into our cobra. And then exhale, down dog. Squeeze that right foot back. Let's hug it into our left wrist, our right wrist, and send it long. Inhale, right wrist, left wrist, send that leg long. Ready to step it forward, top of the mat into that high lunge. We're going to drop that left knee down. We're going to reach it back up. We're dropping that left knee down. We're reaching it back up. And last one, dropping that knee, reaching it up. Framing that right foot, stepping it back to your plank. Bending at the knees, pushing back, and then lengthening long. Bending at the knees, pushing back, lengthening long. And last one, pushing back, lengthening long. Ready to lower down to your mat. Rolling into cobra. And exhaling, down dog. Find that breath. We've got that left leg now squeezing back. We're inhaling, right wrist, left wrist, send that leg long. Let's inhale, left wrist, right wrist, send that leg long. Ready to step it forward. High lunge, left knee forward. Bringing those arms up. We're bending that right knee down. We're squeezing it up. We're bending it down. We're squeezing it long. Last one here. Squeezing long. Framing that left foot and this time stepping both feet in. Forward fold. Ready to rise up tall. Palms together. And exhale, heart. Inhale, let's reach up. Exhale, fold. Long spine when you're ready. Left foot back, right foot back into that plank. Let's lower down to our mat. Let's roll to our cobra. And exhale into down dog. We're going to squeeze back that left foot. We've got our left wrist, right wrist, send that leg long. We've got right wrist, left wrist, send the leg long. We're stepping forward, top of the mat, that high lunge. And then we're opening up into our warrior two. Bending into that left knee. We're going to drop our left hand down, send that right arm long. Ready to reverse our warrior. And then drop back down. Remember, we can always take that version of our elbow on our knee if we need to. Reversing. And dropping down. Last one. Reverse your warrior. Coming back to framing that left foot. Stepping it back to your plank. We're bending, sending those arms long. We're coming back into our plank. We're bending back, long arms. And plank. Last one. Coming back to plank. Lowering down to your mat. Rolling up to your cobra. And exhale, down dog. Take 2 long breaths here. You need that sigh out of the mouth, you take it. Getting ready to squeeze that right leg back. Inhaling, left wrist, right wrist, send the leg long. Squeeze into the right, the left, send that leg long. We've got top of the mat, right foot into that high lunge, and then opening into our warrior two. We're dropping our right hand down, we're sending that left arm long. And we're reversing our warrior. Dropping down. And reverse. Last drop down here. Last reverse, sit up. Ready to frame that right foot and step that leg in. Let's fold over the legs. Nice long breath in. Release it out. We're going to roll it up all of the way. Bring the palms together and exhale to the heart. So this time we're going to find our balance a little. Grab some water if you need it actually. You should be feeling nice and warm. So bringing in the right knee, we've got the option of holding our strap or holding our toe and sending that leg out. Our body should feel nice and warm now. We have that option of taking that leg out to the side. Again, we can be holding our knee if we need to. Relax the shoulders, relax the jaw. Bring that leg back in, let go of that foot, but hold that leg up. We're using all of our core muscles here. We're using that thigh muscle. Hold that leg up. Shoulders relaxed. See if we can pulse it. For 5, for 4, for 3, 2, and 1. Squeeze it in. Let it go. Have a little pedal in those legs. Okay, we've got the other side. So it's our left knee. Remember we can be here as we open. We don't need to have that leg long. We might be taking hold of that toe. We might be grabbing our belt. That leg goes out to the side. We bring it back in. Remember, we're not letting it drop down. We're holding it up. Still using our balance. 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1. I don't know if I've got massive foot on the screen here. Squeeze that knee in. Let it go. Take the legs wide. We're going to turn out that right foot. Send the arms out. You might want your block. We're going to reach with that right arm. Drop that hand down, maybe to our block, and open up with that left arm. So peel that left arm open. We're going to bend into that right knee. Turn that foot slightly in and pick up that left foot. So we're in our deep, low lunge. You can always grab your block if you need that support. You can always come up higher. Let's push ourselves out of that pose. Turn that right foot in, that left foot now out. Send the arms long. We're going to reach with that left hand, drop it down towards that foot and open up with that right arm. Our block is always an option. We're turning that left foot in slightly as we bend and that right heel up. Coming into that deep lunge, the other side. Taking one more more breath here. Getting ready to use those legs to push ourselves out. Let's turn both toes forward. Let's send the hands behind ourselves. Link the fingers, palms together if you can. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, fold. Drop those head down, arms up. Pulling those arms back. One more breath. Roll it slowly, slowly, slowly back up. Getting ready to turn those heels towards each other, ending up into our Gokmukasana, sending palms out. We're going to bend in that right elbow, reach long with that left arm. Try not to touch the thigh, just hugging that elbow towards the waist. Come back in, right arm long. We're going to do that again. Nice strong legs. Reversing the arm. We're going to do one more each side. We're keeping it slow and controlled. Firing up those oblique muscles. Last one. Come back. Let's hold for 5. For 4. I'm shaking just as much. 3. And 2. And 1. Push the legs strong. Reach it all of the way up. Turn those toes in. Exhale. Just step the feet so they're shoulder width apart. Drop the right arm down. And then the left. Side to side. Pulling one arm up, dropping the other down. Spine stays long. Last one, either side. Coming back to the top of your mat. Bring the feet together. Let's take one more inhale up. Exhale, fold. Long spine. Step back into your plank. And this time drop down onto your elbows. Holding your plank. Forearm plank this time. We're going to open up with our right arm, so we roll onto our left. We take that opening and we squeeze up our left hip. We drop it down. We squeeze it up. We drop it down. We squeeze it up. One more, drop it down. Squeeze it up. We roll back onto both elbows. We roll onto the right, so we're just turning the body. The feet stay where they are. We're reaching that left arm long. We're dropping down. We're squeezing up. Dropping down. Squeezing it up. One more here. Squeezing up. And then that slow roll back onto both elbows. Lowering all the way down to your mat, let the body go. So you're laying on your tummy, chin comes down. We're going to kick back both legs, hold on to the ankles. If you can do one at a time if needed. Hips are into your mat as you roll up the chin and the chest, and maybe the thighs come up as well in your Dharandasana bow pose. You decide. It's a lovely back bend. Massaging the belly as you inhale and exhale. 3 more breaths. One more. Roll it slowly, slowly back down to your mat. Bring your hands under your shoulders. Push away from your mat, head into your child's pose, arms along. Dropping the forehead down. Coming into a plank one last time, I promise. Push back into those heels. And then just go side to side. Like you're trying to drop your right hip and your left hip down. Rolling through the toes. Onto the side of the foot. Each time. We're going to do 2 more. And 1 more. And then drop your hips down to your mat. Relax your toes. And then push back in to your child's pose, dropping the head down. From here, we're going to come into dolphin pose. So for dolphin, we bring the arms out. The elbows are underneath the shoulders. We link the fingers together. So you can come into it from a kneeling position. Elbows in line with the shoulders. And then you push up like you're coming into downward dog, but your feet are closer together. So if you need to just watch me first, feet are closer together. And we start to walk towards our head. Now my head is not touching my mat. I can lift it. It's nowhere touching my mat. The feet get closer so your back gets straighter. You can even bring your feet quite close together. But the weight is in my arms. So if you want to give that a go, you can do. So remember, weight in the arms, nothing on the head. Walking the feet closer to the head. It's a preparation pose for coming up into our shoulder stand. Hold for a moment and then walk the legs back down, sending the legs long. Once you send your legs long, you can just drop your knees down and rest back in your child's pose. Finding the breath. Taking 1 more breath here. Joining the hands back together, so the elbows are back under the shoulders. We're going to step it into our forearm plank. Last time, I promise. If you need to drop your knees down, you do so. If you feel okay where you're at, we're going to roll it forward and back, just like we did in the start of the class with our 1 leg long. Shifting the weight forward, chin over the hands, shifting the weight back. I'm sure you can feel exactly where this is working. The upper body and the core. Let's do 2 more. Let's do 1 more. And then drop everything back down to your mat. So belly on the mat, arms, head, everything down. Draw your legs together and send your right arm long on your mat. So out to the side of your mat, palm facing down. we're going to do our shoulder opener. So left hand is your lever as it rolls your right ear, your right hip onto your mat. You have that option of taking your left leg back, opening up even more. Finding that lovely long breath, even closing the eyes. And that heartbeat come back to normal. Let's take one more breath. Very slowly roll it back to centre. Bring that right arm in. Let's send our left arm out. We're rolling onto our left ear, our left hip. Again, we have that option of taking that right leg back further. Maybe closing the eyes. Delving deeper into the muscles now. Allowing the muscles to heal and repair. Rolling slowly back on to your tummy. Either making fists with the hands and placing them under your hips, or you can have your palms facing down alongside you, arms long. I prefer my hands under my hips. My chin is staying on the mat. Move up a bit on my mat. Chin stays down. We're going to do Shalabhasana, locust pose. So we start to squeeze up just the right leg. Our hips have contact either with our hands or with the ground beneath us. We're holding up that right leg. You should feel that in the right glute. We're going to pulse that leg. So pulsing and squeezing. Engaging the biggest muscle, the gluteus maximus. For 5, for 4, for 3, and 2, and 1. Slowly, slowly bring that leg back down, bringing the feet and legs together. Maybe you can already feel the difference between the right and the left side. We're going to squeeze up that left leg and hold. Again, making sure the hips are in line, so you're not tilting over to your right side. Holding that, feeling the engagement of all the muscles, pointing the toe away. You've even got that engagement into the toes and the foot. We're going to pulse. Pulsing for 5, for 4, maybe getting that leg a little higher, for 3, for 2, and for 1. Lowering that leg back down. Feet together, legs together. This time maybe bringing up the chin and the chest and the legs. Squeezing the feet together. Holding here. This is strengthening our lower back as well. Holding the feet together if you can. For 5, for 4, 3, 2, and And one. Let it all come back down to your mat. Let the arms go as well. You have them under the hips. This time a little bit of distance in the feet, the arms a little bit away from the body. We're going to roll up the chin, the chest, move the arms off of the mat and the legs, and hold like we're flying through the sky. Squeezing everything back, engaging all of the back of the body. Once again for 5, for 4, maybe coming up higher, for 3, 2, and 1. Let it all go. Bring your hands under your shoulders, push yourself up and back into whatever child's pose you prefer, sitting back to the heels. Take a roll of the head over to the right. Take a roll of the head over to the left. Rolling slowly, slowly, slowly back, up. And we're going to sit down and take our legs wide. So legs wide on your mat. You might just want your block or your belt, your strap. So take your legs as wide as you can. You want to feel them releasing in the inner leg. And this time we're going to take our block on the outside edge of that right knee to start. So from here, let's bring our left hand over towards our block. So if you need to bring that block higher or you need to bend it, that's okay. Hand comes to the block. We're going to take our right hand behind us and take a twist with our legs wide. So really pull that right shoulder back. Make sure that spine is long. Toes are pointing upwards. And then as you come back, turn towards your right foot. You can bring that block wherever you want, maybe inside edge of the leg. And we're just going to start to walk down towards that foot. Now maybe your block is going to be what supports your head. Maybe it's going to support your arm. But you want to make sure that your belly is turning towards that right leg. Making sure the glutes don't lift off. You want to plant them down. Gazing towards the right foot, the toes. And just using your breath here. So really make sure you can feel that stretch. There's no pain. You're delving deeper and deeper with your exhalation. I'm going to stay for 2 more breaths. 1 more. We take that slow, slow release as we come out. We're going to shift our block outer edge of that left knee now. It's our right hand that's going to go over to that block and our left hand behind us for that twist, pulling that left shoulder back. And maybe already you can feel this side is easier or maybe it's tighter. Like you're trying to turn your chest behind you. And then coming back to turn just towards that left foot. in your block wherever it helps you. And then walking the arms down towards that left side. Keeping that gaze towards the left foot, keeping the belly towards the left thigh. Making sure you're not lifting the glutes away. Just using your breath. Making sure you're listening to your body. Maybe you went further on the right and you think you need to do the same on the left. Quite often our body feels different on either side. And you need to just allow for that. We're going to stay for 2 more breaths. One more. And we slowly, slowly, slowly roll it back up. This time we're going to bring the soles of the feet together in the diamond shape, so a little bit away from your body. We're either going to bring our hands on top of our feet or thread the hands under the legs and bring the hands on top of the feet that way. We want to lift out of our lower back. We can use our block again if we want. It can support our head. It can support our elbows if needed. Try and have your head relaxed. So as you inhale, you lengthen the spine, and as you exhale, you fold towards the toes. So that might be that you need your block. And just allow for that. We are going to stay for a few breaths, so do use your breath to guide you deeper into the pose. Let's take 2 more breaths here. We take our time, rolling back up. Draw the knees together. Let's sit back on the hands. Draw the knees in. Let's send the body long. Let's hug the body in. Send the body long. Draw those knees in. Taking everything long. Drawing everything in. Really squeeze in as you come in. Body is long. Squeezing in. We're going to do that for 3 and 2. Squeezing in. And last one. Body is long. And we squeeze it in. Well done. Let's take those legs long. Make sure you're sitting evenly on the glute. We're going to inhale, reach it up. And exhale, fold it forwards. Grab anything you need to support you. In Paschimottanasana, our forward fold. Using that breath to maybe bring you deeper. Holding for 2 more breaths. And then rolling it back up. We're going to come all the way down onto our backs. Just have your block to hand. Coming all the way down. Once you're there, let's draw and hug and squeeze those knees in. Taking hold of the outer edge of the feet in Happy Baby, pushing that spine into the mat. And then dropping the feet down so they're hip width apart. Arms alongside you. We're going to push up into our bridge pose. Once there, maybe linking our fingers, coming up onto our shoulders as well. Chin stays tucked in. Holding in our bridge. Three more breaths. Maybe squeezing up a little higher. And releasing your arms first. And when you exhale, that's when the spine slowly, slowly comes back down to the mat. From here, I'm going to give you two options. You can either come into a double leg raise, where you prop your block just under your back and you send the heels high, or you might prefer to come into your shoulder stand, where you push up and you support your back, bringing the legs high. Choosing whatever version feels best for you. Whatever version you've chosen, we're going to stay in for a little while. Obviously, you listen to your body. If you need to come out any sooner, then you do so. And if you're in your shoulder stand, you might want to come into Halasana plow pose, where you take the feet over the head. If you're in plow, you might want to then bring your hands down to your mat and link your fingers. Staying in your chosen pose for 2 more breaths. And 1 more breath. When you come out really, really slowly. If you're in your double raise with your block, you're just going to drop each foot down and push up and release. If you're in your shoulder stand, then you're rolling that spine down really slowly. Taking the legs all the way down to your mat. Dropping everything down. Once there, bring your legs together. Bring your hands underneath the glutes, elbows tight to the body. We're going to come into our fish pose. You roll up onto the crown of your head, using your elbows to push you up, pointing the toes away. It's a great asana for the thyroid, the throat chakra. Keeping the feet together, legs together. There should not be a heavy weight on the head. The arms are supporting you. And then slowly, slowly releasing all of the way down to your mat. Take that bend back into the elbows, or sorry, the feet, not the elbows. We are now going to bend the elbows so we cactus the arms. And then draw up the knees to the right, all of the way. Coming back to center, just drop the knees over to the left. Coming back to center, let's squeeze the knees in. Take that roll, maybe come into happy baby, whatever your body needs now at the end of your practice. And when you're ready, just find Shavasana, having anything you may need. A blanket to make yourself warm and comfortable. Allowing the body now just to be still. Taking that rest before you move into your day today. Your body feels well rested, well recharged. We're going to finish our practice today with the loving kindness meditation. So bringing your awareness to yourself and just silently repeating, may I be safe, may I be healthy, may I be happy, may I find peace. Now bringing your awareness to somebody you love very much. And again repeating, may you be safe, may you be healthy, may you be happy, may you find peace. Now thinking of somebody that maybe the relationship is not so good, maybe you feel some anger towards, and let's repeat again, may you be safe, may you be healthy, may you be happy, may you find peace. And let's finish by sending this meditation out to everybody, the whole world, May you all be safe. May you all be healthy. May you all be happy. May you all find peace. When you feel ready, just take a long stretch of your body. Maybe drawing the knees in towards the chest, giving yourself that squeeze, that hug. Slowly bringing yourself back to seated. Bringing your hands to your heart. Letting that self-care of your practice filter into your day today. Continuing to nourish yourself. And let's bow to Namaste. Namaste, everyone. Thank you.